my gosh, what a DD mess of a day. I worked Fort Walton and Destin and Shalimar today. And man, that was not cool. I had one restaurant that I put on the app for free so they didn't have to pay 30%. And oh my gosh, you know, they've made a lot of money out of DoorDash. And two, when I went in there tonight, they had like 8 customers total. And so it was really nice of them to get a $30 to-go order. But, and then they went and they added extra fries to the order that was not in the order. Oh my gosh. And, they did not want to check the order, and they know better. They know they have to check the order because we are couriers. We are not certified, food certified to touch the food. So it has to be done with a representative of the business. They have to handle it. And so you always want to check that food because 99% of the time they're missing something. But anyway, oh, he was horrible. He's like, we don't like to do all that, so we need to cancel DoorDash. I said, well, you can. All you have to do is tell the rep you're not taking any more orders. You're done. When they call to make that order with you, just tell them you're done. I said, it's no trouble at all. I said, it's just, you know, us as the drivers, we are liable for that order. And we have to check it before we go. And then some girl in the back was mouthing off something or other. And the guy goes, oh, they're just couriers. They don't do any of that. And I said, yeah, I don't do refunds. I don't order food for people that's not on the app. And so I can't change orders. And we're not allowed to handle that food. So that was really terrible. Two, I had another order. Actually, my first order had a 1 mile. It said 1 mile, and I had to drive all the way to the restaurant out on the waterfront. And so I get there, the order is ready like jumping jack flash, and they go through the order with me cheerfully. I've been there many times. It's an Oriental place. And so, oh my gosh, it said 1 mile, and we had the $5 bonus prepay, and do you know, it was way across to another city. I mean, the mileages are all wrong on these orders. What a mess. And the customer, it wouldn't come out. I had to set timers on almost every order I did today. I had one really great guy. He was awesome. But then I had this other order at this Oriental place that I do probably 20 orders a day from at this other Oriental place. And that was really bad. I had a young girl working the thing, and she wanted to charge me before the food was ready. I said, is the food ready? She said, no. And I said, okay, I have to wait because I can only run the card one time. Because let me tell you, if you run that card more than once, you have to call DoorDash and wait on the rep, and it could take another 45 minutes. I had to wait in Pensacola on an order that did not go through on the card because the server dumped way back, like around Christmas last year. Oh my gosh. And we waited 2.5 hours, and the restaurant was closing for 2 hamburgers for like $50, and they never got it straightened out. I even had a spare DoorDash card and canceled the one I had and started that one up, and I couldn't deposit to that one. So, man, I don't know who this is with the freaking brights, man. Dude, your brights are wicked. I hope the police pull this sucker. Kill your brights. Ooh, wretched. Man, so sorry. It's really hard to see. And these people think I've been to the library today picking up books and I gotta read in my car on the way back. Anyway, so that was really bad. The girl, she finally got the food, and I said, okay, let's go through this real quick to make sure we've got it. And she was like, no, I can't do that. So then she took this other to-go order for these two guys that came in that just ordered to go and they were just picking it up. And she charges them for it, and then when they go look in the bag, like there's no sushi that they ordered, and she charged them for it. That was a fine example. And they were just customers; they weren't delivering for anybody. So then I'm standing there waiting, and she's just like, she doesn't even want to do this. And I mean, it's just like if I was the one buying the food, you know that I want them to show me everything's there before I leave their restaurant and everything. I mean, there is no way, because people always forget stuff. So we go through the order. She's mad as hell because she's got to take 3 meals out of a bag, a paper bag, and she is just hissing while doing that. And she said, this is just too much trouble, you know, with DoorDash. We don't need this business. I said, well, I don't know. I do like 20 orders a day with you every day I'm in town. I said, I mean, if you're unhappy, then call them and cancel. Tell them you don't want any more. And I said, you know, they don't mind, you know. I said that the drivers must check these orders before they leave the restaurant because they're responsible to deliver all the parts, you know. Because what happens is they'll send another dasher to pick up the rest, and the customer's so flaming mad, they will rate that first dasher so bad, they will trash their ratings. Even though DoorDash will offer them a free this and a free that, and da-da-da-da for their complaint, it ruins the first dasher's ratings completely. And people get fired over that, you know? That's not cool. But anyway, today was problematic. The one order, they had 1 mile delivery, which that was a lie. It was like 12 miles. And that other order, like they had, the customer had the wrong address in there. And it wasn't even anything close to the address, and it didn't even make sense, the address. And it was actually the old Ramada on Okaloosa Island, which is called the Island. And I sent a text message to the customer while I text the rep, the DD rep, because we can't change any addresses on these orders, and usually they'll just cancel the order out. But I had the rep waiting, and I was like 80th in line, and I told the customer, I said, there's no physical address. I said, I have to have a physical address to deliver. And he's like, well, it's Hotel Island. And I said, where is it at? And he says, Okaloosa Island. I said, are you talking about the Island Hotel on Okaloosa Island? Yeah. I said, okay, you didn't put a physical address and I don't get paid for the mileage. I said, I am like, 8 miles away. See, all the orders are supposed to be within a 5-mile radius of the customer's address. Okay? So that order was way out of bounds. It shouldn't even have been ordered from there, much less delivered to that location, because the mileage was too big for the area. Because they only select orders that are 5 miles radius of the customer. So that means the server's still scribbled up. But other than the fact that the address was bogus, yeah, it was really bad. That I screenshot all my orders, and when I closed out my shift for that moment, because I had another shift after that, do you know my pay wasn't on there? Oh my gosh. My pay was not on there for that order. and we're not allowed in most all hotels. Oh my gosh, you have to go, if they'll even let you in, you have to go to the front desk, and they want to call the customer and say, you having it, because they don't want people going up there. Man, how do you know if it's not Pizza Gun? Pizza Man, he delivers and he opens the pizza box and blows them away with a gun. That's why they wouldn't do it. Or somebody's wife and they got their girlfriend up there. They do not want people in the hotel that are not registered to that room. And you're losing time on your order because you've got to go and find parking somehow, or park in the middle of the driveway, or you've got to run in there and talk to the person at the desk and the security guard. Sometimes the security guard has to walk you up, if they even let you in the hotel. Most hotels make you drop it off at the front desk, and you don't know them. You don't know if they're going to really give these people their food. You don't know if they're reaching in there grabbing a french fry or something. And that's just kind of scary. I don't like my food to be passing through a lot of hands, you know what I mean? If I order food, it'd be really nice if the delivery person gives it to me directly. But anyway, so it's really a problem delivering to hotels. I have a blog on that, so you might want to check that. But it's so much easier when you give them the mileage every little bit of the way on your order, and then tell them what kind of car you have repeatedly. And do you know they will just automatically go, I'll be waiting out front. Because when they ship that room number, it's like, first time I had to tell a customer, we are not allowed in the hotel. I know the owner of this hotel, he's from California. He bought this in a place across the street. They don't want delivery people in that hotel. So I either meet them in the lobby or meet them out front. I tow my car and everything. And I use Christmas lights and all that stuff. So it's not hard to find the car with the white Mercedes with the Christmas lights. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that was really bad because the guy kept sending messages back. I had set a timer on that order too. Boy, he was there like jumping jack flash. That was really great. He was out of the car, and this guy just looks at me, and I said, did you order from DoorDash? And he's like, yes, and gave his name immediately. I said, okay, great. I jumped out, went to go get his order, and offered him an extra bag because those banana heads at the Oriental place had put all this food, filled this whole white plastic baggie up, and hey, it was smoking hot, man, because I have really good hot bags. They last 2 hours. And that stuff was smoking hot, ready to burn through that plastic. And they should have put it in 2 bags. If she'd have left it in that paper bag, I'd really been in a world of hurt, because the paper bag would just turn to mush because of the steam from the heat of the food. But yeah, so, man, what an icky day. But that order didn't have the mileage on it. It said like 2 miles. And that was mostly because I had the wrong address. And I had to drive across town to go over there. And I was happy because it's one of my favorite restaurants. I do more orders from them. But that girl was a poo-poo head up there. That really insulted my intelligence. And so, I don't know. But it's alright. I have a way of getting them off the apps. If you guys have problems with restaurants, when you get to the smiley face, happy face, unhappy face thing, make sure to click all the options that apply. Put the unhappy face. If the food was not ready when you got there, you make sure to click that food not ready. And then go down to the something else part, click that, slide the screen up, and type out what the problem is with the restaurant. Report them before they report you. And I tell them, I say that the restaurant refused to check the food, or the restaurant was very, very mad and did not want to check the food with me before I left. I would tell them. And then every time that restaurant will come up on my app, I decline. And when you get to the reason part, is I don't like this restaurant. I've already had 2 restaurants removed, okay, from the Blue Water Bay area. I've had 2 restaurants removed because they were so horrible. And I did not want them to be horrible to the new Dashers because it will destroy those poor people because it's not like that all the time, okay? And no one should have to go through that. We are doing them a favor selling their product, and they need to respect us because I'm going to tell you, I got restaurants like one out in Pensacola where they built a whole to-go desk. And this sucker's about 12 foot long at least. And all they do is hire somebody there that just sits on that to-go desk and handles all the to-goes. And man, it's like the swinging door in there. There's more to-goes that go through there than customers go to tables in Pensacola. And if you don't believe me, you go to BJ's Brewery, and that BJ's Brewery chicken and wing thing,
Yep.
okay, over by the shopping mall in Pensacola, Florida, and you tell me what you think. When you come in that door on the right-hand side, there is a huge, long black desk. And they have a heater oven and everything there to hold the food hot till the delivery person comes. And everybody comes through there. Waiter, Caviar, Postmates, Grubhub, DoorDash. I mean, that place is booming. They throw more food out that door to go than they do in-house. And let me tell you, that's a lot of money. And it's no cheap place either. This is like a $2 to $3 dollar sign place, okay? It's not cheap stuff. And the way they package it is absolutely amazing. It is very nice looking and very clean and sealed up. It's really neat, you know? But, dude, what a Mickey Mouse mess. No, the server's not totally repaired. I asked corporate about that today. Is the server going to fly right today? No, it's not. They were like, we're working on it. We're avidly working on it. I'm like, well, I hope it's going to run today. Because yesterday was a joke. The day before was a joke. And I don't like that bad mileage orders because you're not getting paid. That means, you know, the order comes up ultra cheap. The guaranteed pays are not coming up. The mileage is wrong. But actually tonight, the $5 bonus peak pay worked. I couldn't believe it. It actually worked. So that's working. The text rep is back up, whether you've done an order or not. Thank God. That's the part up in the right-hand side with the question mark thing. So, yes, it's back in order. So we can contact them at any time, whether we're working or not, whether we're delivering an order. That is so cool, because we sure needed that back, and that function has not been back for a very long time. So anyway, I did get some orders today. It was real dry for hours in the beginning. I was very surprised, because Sunday is one of my busiest days in this particular area. But we're getting ready to go to one of the new areas, because we've got a lot of grand openings, and I need to be up at the Knoxville area because we just opened that, and that thing's booming away. The poor Grubhub people, they're getting all their orders stolen by DoorDash. So I hope everybody had a great day. Tell me how your day was, and let me know how your week's been. And if you're a new Dasher, welcome to the Dasher family. We love you. And I hope you had a terrific day today. Made a ton of money. Got the money tree to crash into your hand several times today. And dash on. And as always, make a new friend. Do something kind for a stranger. Love to you from Red.